Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to your daily divine messages from Spirit. My lighter doesn't want to light right now. Huh. Interesting. It's got lighter fluid in it, y'all. It just doesn't feel like lighting. Very interesting. Maybe some of you guys don't feel like lighting up. Maybe the sparks are just having a hard time being lit up right now. And that's okay. That's okay. Today we are doing the recap of the Tea+Tarot Tuesday episode that we had last night. That went live to the public last night. Here comes Tony wanting to step over everything. Hello. I had to say thank you to everyone. And hello. And there's Indigo in the background tuning in. And so we're just, the whole gang is here today, crew. So I hope everyone is doing well. I just wanted to go ahead and do this recap. The Tea+Tarot Tuesday was definitely some big energies, and it definitely had a lot to do with the melting. That's why the title of the Tea+Tarot Tuesday is Melting Away Old Timelines, because we are absolutely in the grand cusp of leaving. You've already left a timeline. You're melting away the last bit of the old as we're stepping into the new, and we're kind of in that void where you're not in your old timeline yet anymore, and you're not quite in the new one. You know, you've awakened to what you don't want for your life. You've awakened to what you do want for your life, and now you're moving in that direction. And so the feeling that we can be in that space can be rather uncomfortable. So if you got a chance to see the Tea+Tarot live where we chat face to face and unfold these messages together, definitely thank you for being a part of that, whether it was live or whether it was, you know, after the live. If it still resonated with you, then that's your message, and the message is for you, because energy is timeless. If these messages help resonate with you more, being able to see the cards and the pictures, and see if there's any additional messages in here for you from Spirit, definitely take them for yourself. Take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the feminine energy here. As I always do, I always say we all have feminine energy within us. We all have masculine energy within us. And so we have the feminine column, masculine column, and then we also have the collective as feminine energy and masculine energy as one within yourself, as well as within your collective if you are tuning in for a counterpart. Then we also have messages over here from Spirit and some final Lemuria oracles from the Lemurian Galactic Council. So feminine here, feminine energy, this creative, this light, the thought, the conception, before it reaches the physical. Feminine is definitely going through some shifting, some changing. With the Five of Swords coming out first, she's definitely recognizing, and I'm using she, her pronouns for feminine just for sake of ease. I hope that's okay. But, you know, she's definitely choosing what is and is no longer allowed to come with her on this next journey, in this next timeline. She has to cut some people out. She has to cut some habits out, some toxicities. It could be relationships that are not healthy or serving her higher good. It could be thoughts that are limiting to her ability to really be and live authentically and fully. It could be habits or addictions. Whatever the case is, she's setting boundaries for her life now. Because that 5 of change is shifting in order to do that, in order to come into her own emotional fulfillment. This 9 of cups, she has to cut out what is not serving her so that she can serve her own greatness, so that she can live in her own fulfillment. And she's learning how to be compassionate through it all. The T formation that came with the Queen of Cups, or that I put on the Queen of Cups, is, let me get that, sorry about the glare. Let me see if you can see here. There we go, that's better. Compassion is your strength. Of course, there's the commercial break for YouTube meditation. Thank you, Indigo. So that's funny because it was not doing that at all until I get on live. So gotta love when that happens. So I'm hearing that maybe you are having some distractions. Maybe as soon as you try to choose healthy, maybe as soon as you try to choose healthy and choose yourself, you get these distractions. You get a break, something that tries to like break you. I just heard something that tries to pull back, and to be quite honest, I feel like that was the energy that we were kind of feeling when I was doing the tea and tarot. I did the sneak peek on Monday, which was the 11/11 portal, and as positive and glamorized as it gets, of make a wish, it's the day of union, it's the day of magic, it's the day that anything happened, the veils are so thin. This is all true. That's why we have to be very, very careful and mindful about what thoughts we allow into our head, what thoughts we allow to be expressed. And I'm hearing, and also even for personal experience, if you are a very highly intuitive and sensitive person, this feminine may also have been feeling this collective. And if that was you, you may have been having a lot of energy attacks that day. And this week you may be feeling it as well. Got Tony hair now that he decided to parade right across the board here. But we'll get into spirit, because that's definitely what spirit was noticing. So if that is something that you are feeling, definitely stick around to tune in and see if these messages help you with this journey. We have to be really mindful of our words. That's why it's important to say our gratitudes and our affirmations. But even if we are doing those things, even if we are, filling up our cup and with positive affirmations and positive activity, doing our best, it can still be really hard to have to cut out the things that used to give you joy, things that used to protect you, but no longer are. And that's why it's important to have compassion for yourself with this Queen of Cups. And I hear, for the feminine is learning how to be her 9th and 10th cup, because you can't get to the 10 of Cups until you get to the 9 of Cups. You can't get to that happily ever after of fulfillment until you get to the inner self-contentment, where you don't need anyone else. I'm hearing the feminine collective is cutting out codependency, and that is an entire feminine collective, that energy that has been cutting through this year. But also for some time we've been learning how to it's kind of moving into the next wave of feminism, in the sense where it's not codependent, it's not overly independent, and it's not, it's an interdependence. But in order to get to that interdependence, you do have to allow yourself to become independent of your thoughts, independent of your feelings and emotions, not needing anyone else to make you feel happy, not needing anyone else to, satisfy your needs, or I'm even hearing like take care of you. And that can be hard as the feminine energy because the masculine energy is the provider, is the protector, is the bringer of all those thoughts and creations into the fruition. And so I'm hearing for the feminine energy, for the feminine collective, having to know that balance. But and that's all of us, to be honest. We all have to allow ourselves the balance of the emotions, the sensualities, as well as the physical and protectives. And that can be really hard if you're very, very strongly tuned into your feminine energy. Have compassion as you're learning how to love yourself, as opposed to expecting validation and significance from others. I hope that makes sense, because you have this star at the bottom of the deck. The star is your wish fulfillment. You have this beautiful hope and dream that is destined for you, because underneath that is the Wheel of Fortune. It is your destiny. Maybe some of you are destined to be a star, if that is something that has always been a dream of yours. It's been written in the stars already for you. You're just looking up at the stars and seeing yourself, because that's who you are. Yes, so don't be afraid to receive that cup. You know, actually, I'm going to show you, because underneath that, the Four of Cups, don't be afraid to receive that divine cup. Don't be afraid to give yourself this cup of compassion for your journey as you are moving out and shifting out into and shifting into your divine destiny. Your dreams are coming true. And I love that this came out on the 11/11, because even if it wasn't rainbows and unicorns, I think we're all shifting. And something that I was recognizing for those who are, parents. You know, my son Indigo was having a really rough day, and I feel that he was also having some energy, spiritual attacks. And remember, our children also are not, they are feeling what we are feeling. They are under the same stars, under the same collective energies. So with the, major portal shifting and the major week we had last week with the US elections and all of the things that were making this energy so tense and dense, maybe it could have been, I just heard a big kind of loud sound, like maybe your children are also feeling this density and are having a hard time expressing it or repressing it. I think that's the even hardest part about children. I get really empathetic about their journey, because they are feeling what we're feeling, but they haven't learned to express it healthily, because they are taught to repress it. As adults, we're taught to repress our emotions, right? We're taught to oppress the feminine energy. And that's what's being cut out now. But children haven't learned how to truly, fully repress their energy, and nor should they. They need to feel it, to heal it. But yes, there are healthy ways to feel it. But because we don't teach that in school, how to healthily feel. They try, they do their best by finding solutions, solving problems, but sometimes it's not about fixing. That's still a very masculine kind of energy, trying to fix the feminine emotions. But what I'm hearing is that the feminine emotions within us, the feminine energy within us, is not to be fixed. It's to be directed and poured into in a healthy, creative outlet. It's to be acknowledged and validated and understood. If a child is acting out, lashing out, it's because they are crying out. I decided to pick up the book The Conscious Parent again today, that I haven't read since I was pregnant with Indigo. And, now that we're about 8 years in, I think it's a time to really kind of hear what Dr. Shefali Sabari, talks about again. And even just the little bit I was hearing or reading just this morning was about perfectionism as parents. How we want everything to be perfect. We want our children to be perfect. We want every idea and birthday party to go run perfectly. And if it doesn't, everyone around you gets burned and gets the brunt of your wrath. We're teaching our children to only accept perfectionism, which is an unrealistic expectation and standard. We're teaching our children to sit in schools quietly all day when they have all this energy to experience and feel. Look at this sun card for the masculine. I just looked at. You know, this little boy just wants to play. This is the joy. Sun represents the joy card. So, you know, with that, that's what I'm hearing. It's like we all have to allow ourselves the compassion for ourselves and our children when they're having big emotions, tough emotions, rough days. I literally am allowing my son to have an energy, emotional, mental health day, just as we need as adults from work. They need them from school, especially when they're just being forced all this information in their head all day. With crappy meals for lunch, they get to eat one time throughout the day. They don't get naps. You know, it's just like, I can't even do a day like that. How can I expect my child who has all this energy and all this creativity to do that? That's not what, that's what I'm hearing is what is shifting. That's that Pluto in Capricorn final degrees, shifting out of this old traditional patriarchal dogmatic pattern that has been really what's the word? I was gonna say disaffective, but that's not the right word. Ineffective, but disconnected with our truth. So let's go over to the masculine energy because it's really blending into the masculine energy. Masculine energy has judgment that came out. You know, again, reflecting on your final days here, reflecting on the way that you're experiencing your days here on Earth. In this Earth realm, in this Earth experience, this Earth dream. And for some, Earth school, right? If you want to consider it that way. Because we're all here learning how to human, because we're spiritual beings. But when our spirit gets called back up, how are we reflecting? The bottom of the deck has the masculine with the Two of Wands, which we'll get to. Actually, let me just get to it now, since we're talking about it. You know, that we're reflecting on how do we want to move in this life? What direction do we want to go? Right? Many paths, says this T formation. Let's get this clear so you can read it. Many paths lead to the same destination. It doesn't matter how you get there. And when I was journaling, it took me to I was journaling the other day, and the same kind of concept of line came to me that said, I will be led to my destiny, and there's nothing I can do to change it, so I might as well embrace it. And that's this star Wheel of Fortune energy, feminine perspective, right? That was the channeling of that feminine energy pooling for this week. Many paths lead to the same destination. You will be led to your destiny. That's honestly Wheel of Fortune. I think that's really interesting because I kind of want to put it on all three, right? Just put it right here in the middle because it's powerful. And it's so true. Your destiny is what you wish upon on your star. Your destiny is what is on your heart. Your destiny is what your soul desires and yearns for. And I'm hearing for the masculine, it's been what he's been yearning for is joy. is bliss, is excitement, is youthfulness, is innocence. To have that innocent feeling of joy again, of life again. He wants to feel that way at the end of his life. He wants to feel like he really enjoyed it. Not did what the Matrix told him to do, not did what, status quo said you have to do, not showed up. I'm hearing again, I was channeling the Lion King of Simba, and how he sings that song when he's a little pup, like, I just can't wait to be king. And like, he's like, no one say do this, no one say be there, no one say stop that, no one say see here. And he's singing all about how he doesn't want to have any responsibility. He just can't wait till he doesn't have any responsibilities. Is what he's kind of singing about. He wants to have freedom. He can't wait until he's can choose who he is going to be around. He can't wait till he can choose what he does with his day. He can't wait. He's tired of being told what to do. And I'm feeling this heavily right now. For the children, for the masculine, for this collective. Tired of being told what to do. This is how you have to live your life. You got to go to school this time of day, like this. You got to study these things. You have to do it this way. You have to act this way. You have to go to work. After you go to school, you got to go to college. It's just like boring. And I'm hearing that's what this masculine is feeling with this Two of Wands. He's just like at this distance, and a distant space of like feeling extremely just bored with the monotony. And that's what's being shifted out. That's what we're moving into, a life of joy. Well, we can really reclaim our innocence, reclaim our truth, our authenticity. That's our power. That's what we want. We just want to feel. That's truly the freedom that we just desire. Is freedom, is our authenticity. And there's the six of swords here, next to the sun. The joy of being able to be with your loved one. The joy of being able to get out of the crazy, the dodge, the war. The Six of Swords is after the Five of Swords. Which on, then we had the Four of Swords during my daily divine message on 11/11 that morning. I do see that as a part of this, the 4, 5, and 6 connection, because the Four of Swords is about resting, preparing for the battle of the Five of Swords, shifting, cutting people out, setting those boundaries. And then the Six of Swords is going home, protecting, getting your children out of the war, getting your family out of, your loved ones out of the crazy. And then also has to do with, being able to communicate. And I'm hearing relax your mental. Right now we just feel like we're in this fog because we are in this void. The Six of Swords is about, letting the fog settle so that things can be more clear, so that you can. And again, the T formation that I chose for the Seven of Swords is Friendship is a Sheltering Tree by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Because the Six of Swords is about protecting your loved ones. Maybe the masculine is trying to protect, a partner and child. Or maybe, there is a partner who has a child. However that resonates with you if you're tuning in. But the path that he's contemplating up here underneath the bottom of the deck that you don't see, let me make sure I cover it well enough, is the Lovers. That's the path he's trying to choose between. Whether he should go the route that he's been told to go his whole life, or whether he should go the route that his heart is yearning and pulling for. Let me see if I can cover this up. If this will, this might work. I'm gonna get some crystals to cover it up. You know, that works. That's the path. Does he go the route he's been told to go? Does he go the route and the path that everyone keeps saying he has to? Or does he choose his heart, his home? Home is where the heart is, and I'm hearing this longing for home, for love, for that innocent love. Maybe this was him as a child, and he kind of, this could be a story I'm just picking up for someone. Maybe he and his parents had to escape. Maybe if you are, I'm hearing immigrants, if you had to escape from your country because of war. This is very, very selective. It's just coming through right now. And that's where you lost some of your innocence. And that's where you're longing for home. Maybe you had to depart because of the same thing, and you had to be separated from your love. But whatever the case is, you know that this is your fated destiny, because underneath that was the Temperance card. You're clearing out the cycles, the Ten of Swords under that. Clearing out the cycles so that you can balance, again, melt away the old timelines, so that you can merge with the feminine energy within yourself as well as within your external collective. Tempering your, I'm hearing tempering your emotions, your anger, your sadness, your happiness, your joy. Being able to temper it all, feel it all is what I'm hearing. Allowing yourself to nurture and embrace it all with compassion. But that's where you're going. I want to put this here. That's where you're going. That's the choice, the decision that is being made right now for the masculine. Sorry. I keep telling myself I'm going to put clothes on these people and I forget. So, sorry about that, guys. Maybe I should cover it back up. There we go. So, as the collective here, the collective has the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Swords that came out. Excuse me. I'm going to clear my throat because this seems like there's some clarity going on in our throat chakra. Excuse me. So maybe that's some truth for someone. The Ace of Cups and the Queen of Swords came out first for the collective. As if they were merged as one, right? That Ace of Cups of divine love, self-love, new love, fresh love. Yeah, my throat is really closing up now. So maybe, again, maybe this is something that is really hard to speak about for you. And you have to allow yourself to nurture it. And you don't have to, but it's important to. Really, really. If you want to be able to enjoy and endure this beautiful, fresh, new love that's coming through with this new timeline, then yes, you got to allow yourself to embrace and with your emotions with compassion, your truth with compassion. And the T formation that comes with this Ace of Cups says the principal ingredient of life is love. Okay? There's so much love here. What it is that you love to do, what it is that you're born to do, what it is that you came to this world to do, who it is you were born for, who it is you chose to come to this life and reconnect with, because your souls are one. Your soul is one. At the end of your journey, do you want to be able to reflect back and say, yes, I made the right choice and I was able to come into union with my soul? counterpart, I was hearing to complete the soul, because that's where home is, the heart is. But even if you're at a distance, the mental separation is the illusion, and that's what's keeping you at the distance. No matter how far away or how close you are with your counterpart, someone needs to hear this. You are still one soul. It doesn't matter how the physical shows up as. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. I put the T formation, something special is brewing on this one of the Ace of Pentacles, but I actually want to keep it, I want to put it on the Ace of Cups because I think it's really cute. Plus it says the key principle, the principal ingredient to life is love. So use that ingredient of love in this divine new relationship, in this divine new hope, in this divine new journey, and allow it to brew something special. Sorry for the glare. What's the tea?
Oh, the date.
It is November what is it? No, November 13th, 11/13. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, because this is a rare, once in a lifetime kind of opportunity to follow your mission, follow your purpose, follow your dreams. As I'm looking outside, it is pouring down rain now. With all these cups in here, we have the droplets. Let me show you. The droplets of, I'm hearing the droplets of love. I'm hearing that you can see the raindrops coming out. Look, it's like the third eye, the divine eye is crying. The angels are crying, purging, releasing for us. And in order for us to be able to receive this pure, innocent kind of, that is love. It's like a mother parent kind of love for their child. It's so pure that you cry for your child. You cry on behalf of your child feeling sad, because it's almost as if you are feeling that. That's how divine feels about us. You are a child of the universe, a child of God. And this divine, beautiful opportunity to be whole with your soul. It's not just if I'm with my partner or divine counterpart, then I'll be whole. No, it's about being whole as a soul, which means rising to your full star quality, fulfilling your destined purpose here, and allowing that to move you into the purest form of love, of joy. Your partner is not one to complete you. Your partner is one to complement you as the whole beautiful being. You don't have to be completely healed and perfect. It's not about perfection. Spirit says you're going to go through some dark nights. You're healing from pains and wounds and traumas, but this is the dark night to enlightenment. The Tower moment in this deck here for the collective is so beautiful, because you can see that third eye, that blue third eye awakening. That is the enlightenment. You're awakening to your soul's purpose. You're awakening to your authentic truth. And that is your power. That is your freedom. To know your power, to know that you are a powerful, beautiful star seed, child of God, that cannot be taken. That cannot be oppressed. And once you awaken to that, once you come into that remembering of who you are, you can't unremember, is what I'm hearing. We're melting away old timelines and we are awakening from this dream that we were put in to forget who we are. And now that we're remembering, it's like a soul remembering, a soul recognition. You know, you see yourself in the other. That is soul recognition when it comes to divine love with a counterpart. But when you also awaken to your soul purpose, your dreams, your desires, something that has always been on your heart, possibly since you were a child. Maybe you have loved this person since you were a child. Maybe you have always wanted to do this thing, have this kind of life. Maybe you have always been this kind of way. And again, going back to the innocence of children here. There are a lot of children kind of energy here. And I put the T formation on the Tower card. Today I have grown taller by walking with the trees. By Carly Wilson Baker. Because sometimes it is in our dark nights of the soul, it is in our phoenix rising, that we are then able to recognize the wisdom, the way that trees are rooted and grounded in divine love. We recognize that we grow taller from walking with the trees of their presence, of their trust in divine, the trust in how many, they don't worry about if their leaves are going to come back when they fall off. They don't worry about how they're going to get their nutrients. Why? Because their roots are so deep in the ground, in the soil, firmly, and they're interconnected with other trees, that they don't worry about how they're going to get their nutrients. And they don't even know that winter is only temporary. Why? Because they don't think about those things, right? They don't have, and I'm hearing someone say, well, they don't have that consciousness. But spirit, our plants, I think we have that as a T formation. I think we do. Yep, right here on Earth. Exactly. Right here on Earth with Lemuria. Hold on. Sorry. It says, the plants have enough spirit to transform our limited vision. You see how deep her roots are. How deep her roots run. How it's interconnected with the flowers, with the universe, with our DNA. We are all interconnected. Look, there's rain and lightning above to grow. So, fitting that it's raining right now. Some people see the rain, they're like, oh, it's gloomy, blah, 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 I'm going to get wet, blah, blah. But if we didn't have the rain, we wouldn't have trees, we wouldn't have flowers, we wouldn't have oxygen, we wouldn't have cleansing. So instead of seeing them as curses or something to curse, see it all as blessings. That is the wisdom that the trees have. Look, even underneath this, I didn't notice this. Underneath that is the full spectrum. How her chakras are completely activated from the root up, growing from the ground. As above, so below. The skulls, the cycle of life, how their life still also plants and grows and has electricity and power to grow us, to raise us, for us to be interconnected with all. I'm seeing a lot of earth energy right now because we have the full moon in Taurus on the 15th is the peak. But I believe it goes into Taurus on the 14th. And Taurus as the earth energy, the earth sign, the fixed earth sign, is very loyal, very grounded, very connected and stable, and is all about quality, making sure that the path you're on, making sure that the foundation you're building on is sturdy, is quality, so that it can last. And that's what this tower moment is for the collective. Sometimes things have to be uprooted and destructed in order to restruct. I don't know if that's the right word. In order for restructure, reconstruction, right? You see I'm seeing a construction site, right? Sometimes you have to completely bulldoze the building down in order to rebuild it because the foundation was faulty. Or like a house that sometimes needs to be completely gutted out in order for it to have a better chance at lasting. That's what the tower moment is about. And if that's what we're feeling in this moment, is clearly what the energy is saying, that's what this week is for us to feel, is for us to move through. It's because it's going to bring us into the Seven of Cups of abundance, of possibilities, of opportunities, of options. But we have to, again, if it's not planted in a healthy foundation, fertile ground, it's not going to grow. It can't multiply, and it can't maximize to its fullest potential. Really beautiful. All right, so I know I said enough. I talked a lot about that one. So we're going to move on to spirit here. If you're still with me, thank you so much for being here. I hope this is resonating with you. Feel free to hit that like button if you would like. So we have the Nine of Swords that came through. The Nine of Swords first that came through for spirit. Spirit is saying, I know you are anxious. I know you are feeling anxious. I know your mind feels worried. It's worried about tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. It's worried about next lifetime even. It's worried about the end of this lifetime, how you're filling your days, if you're going to regret it, if you're going to enjoy it. And I'm hearing Spirit say, your breath fills you with energy anywhere and any time you need it. So instead of worrying about tomorrow and the next day and all these things, take a deep breath and stay in this present moment, because in this moment, you are safe, you are secure, you are nurtured and comforted. In this moment, you are holding the wand. Even if others are trying to tear you down, even if others' opinions or others' fears are trying to come into your energy, you are protected. This is what I was talking about earlier. This week you may be feeling a lot of energy attacks, a lot of spiritual attacks, so do your best to protect yourself. Lighting sage, Palo Santo, taking Epsom salt baths to clear your aura. Protecting over yourself and your children and your loved ones, because there's a lot of energy trying to come up, to come out. You do have to feel it to heal it, right? You do have to purge it to merge it. So let this rainy day allow the emotions to run through you to purge, so that it can merge into this beautiful union that it is destined for. The Queen of Crystals, stand in your truth, and the Ace of Cups. Look at the beautiful. The Queen of Crystals and the Ace of Cups, you are truly coming into abundance. You're getting your life together. Look at the large cats here on here. We have the white tiger with the Queen of Crystals. I think they're both tigers, actually. So maybe you have some ancient connection with large felines, but you are protected. Maybe you have some ancestors that are now reincarnated as large felines, but you definitely have that beautiful ancient wisdom like a large feline of protection. The Queen of Crystals and the Ace of Cups is, again, Spirit confirming the collective Ace of Cups is to say, I'm supporting this new life, this new relationship, this new being of who you are, this new love that you have been pouring within yourself. I'm going to continue to pour into you as well. I'm going to continue to replenish this relationship. Maybe you are wanting to reconcile a relationship. It's being cleared, it's being purged, it's being healed. And you are getting your life together to this beautiful abundance energy. Queen of Crystals, I always get Virgo energy. Another earth kind of energy of, again, just being stable, making sure that everything is taken care of. And this full moon in Taurus, again, that's that same quality. You are going to have everything you need provided, is what I'm hearing Spirit say with this Ace of Cups, because I love that the crystals are inside. You will have everything that you need provided on this journey. You will have everything that you need, so don't worry. Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright, right? Hakuna Matata. I love that. Don't worry, Hakuna Matata, about a thing. It means no worries. 'Cause every little thing, baby, is gonna be alright for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. I gotta sing a little bit if these are gonna channel through. But we have the Three of Crystals, says Spirit, the Five of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. Look again, there's that leopard. Another big feline energy here. You are protected by such feminine strength, is what I'm hearing. Intuition, intuitive. Maybe you have some connections with Egypt, since they definitely, worshipped and acknowledged and just adored and cherished. Had this major respect for large cats. So anyway, the Three of Crystals, the Five of Wands, and the Seven of Cups, I'm hearing, work together, work with your strengths, build on your strengths, call upon Spirit to work with you. They are on your team. You have Spirit, you have a Spirit team that is ready to be with you, that is waiting for you to call upon them so that you can battle against this Five of Wands, the competition I'm hearing the competition, what is trying to compete for your attention, for your well-being, for your peace of mind. Go within and meditate so that you can handle those incoming distractions, because abundance is on your side. You're coming into abundance. You are coming into abundance. Five of Wands, Five of Swords, you might be seeing 5-5, but then also the Seven of Crystals at the bottom of the deck. The Five of Crystals is underneath that, so you might be seeing that 5-5-5. Yeah, there's a big shift happening. The Seven of Crystals here at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see is that everything is happening. Look, be fearless. What you don't see is that everything, know that all will be provided at the right time. Trust that you have everything you need within you. And again, there's that meditation. Meditate, go within, be fearless, and know that everything will be provided at the right time. At the right time. Trust that. Okay, beautiful souls. Bring me the sunset in a cup, says Emily Dickinson. I put that on the Ace of Cups here for Spirit. I feel like that's what Spirit be saying. Bring me the sunset in a cup, like a drink of sunset. I put the are not flowers, the stars of the earth, by Clara Lucas Balfour, with the Seven of Cups of abundance. Flowers are abundant throughout this world, amongst the earth. It's like the stars, plentiful, bountiful, infinite, just like we talked about. Earth. Lemuria said it perfectly. New blueprints are coming upon this earth. We are stepping into new blueprints, a new earth. Our vibrations, our frequencies are rising. That's why it feels really uncomfortable. That's why we may feel completely disoriented, exhausted, anxious, and that's why we need to rest and go within. Have a mental health day if you need. Have a creative energy health day, because there's nothing more important than your mental health right now. Excuse me, because that is, you see my throat trying to close up because it doesn't want me to speak this truth. There's nothing more important than your mental health right now, because that's how we're going to shift into this new earth. We have 38, might be a significant number for some. Release, and that reduces to 11 of ascension. We are rising into higher vibrational frequencies on earth. Number 14 might be a significant number for some. Reduces to 5 because we are changing. We are changing into this radical expansion. That's what this year of the dragon has been about, is radical expansion. So allow ourselves to surrender to the shift of this vibration and take the time that we need, as we need it, when we need it, without shame, and just trust. Okay? This is really beautiful. Angel numbers that you might be seeing: 555, 777. Yeah. Look up those angel numbers if you want to see what they mean. You have ace, ace, ace in your face, which is, aces are ones. So that could be, 111, 3 of, the path is wide open. Divine is opening this new path, this new portal, this new timeline for us. You get to choose. The world is in your hands. You get to choose where home is. I love this. It's really beautiful. I hope this helped. I know sometimes the recaps for the Tea and Tarots can be a little bit longer than usual of my daily divine messages, but Spirit had a lot of beautiful messages for you, so I really hope it resonated with you. And if it did, feel free to hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, Princess Leah 888, and hit the notification bell if you ever want to know if you do like being a part of the Tea and Tarot, where we get to chat, you know, face to face or face to camera and unfold these messages together. But yes, if you would like to book a personal Tea and Tarot soul session for you, you do get a 1 ounce loose leaf handcrafted tea from my FemRems apothecary if you are within the United States. I'd love to provide that service for you as well. You can find my information in the description box. You can also go find me on social media, TikTok and Instagram at Princess Leah 888. And I look forward to chatting with you all next time, beloveds. Peace and love. Namaste. Bye.